What's up guys, welcome back to ManCave Collectibles. Coming at you today with another review. Today we're taking a look at something I am super excited about here on the channel. This is the newest addition to the Masters of the Universe Origins line, Castle Grayskull. This just recently started hitting shelves at Walmart. We found it on one of our most recent toy hunts. If you haven't checked that toy hunt out yet, make sure you go check it out. It's one of my most recent videos, and it was pretty cool how we ended up finding this. It wasn't just sitting on a shelf. We just happened to be at the right place at the right time. So check that video out to see that. We'll go ahead and give you a word of advice. It does appear that the Castle Grayskull playsets are going to be found in the Lego section at your Walmart. Not there with the MOTU Origins figures like you would typically imagine. Maybe because of the size of the box, there's just more space over on the Lego side. I'm not sure, but just check the whole toy section to make sure that there's not one sitting there hiding that you bypass on accident. Jumping right into the review of this guy, check out the box art on the front of this. Mattel did a fantastic job in picking the box art. You got nice artwork here of Castle Grayskull, along with all the A players kind of from the Master Universe line. Just a very nostalgic picture that they chose to use here. As we go ahead and spin this on around, we get a real nice product shot of Castle Grayskull, along with a lot of the other products that are available right now to purchase through the Origins line. So we've got our land shark here. One thing I did notice, they don't have the sky sled anywhere on the back of this, which is another vehicle that has been offered here recently. But again, you have a lot of the most popular characters from the line here assembled on our Castle Grayskull playset. So this is just really cool here. Castle Grayskull looking fantastic. You've got just an open image of it, the playset open with all the accessories assembled up top. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to break this out. I'm going to assemble this thing off camera just for the fact that it's such a massive piece with multiple accessories that have to be assembled on, including sticker sheets. So we're going to get all that done, and then we're going to come back and take a really close look at Castle Grayskull. All right, guys, just because of the sheer size of this guy, I wanted to come around kind of in front of it, so we're going to do a little bit different. We got our Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull fully assembled here, stickers and all. So we're just going to kind of run through what we've actually got here. We'll take some good close-up looks at what we have here inside of our castle. Then we'll take a look at how you close it up, and as well as kind of the drawbridge function that this thing comes with. It has some neat playset abilities that we'll talk about. So the first thing we will go ahead and talk about, we'll talk here about the sorceress. So with Castle Grayskull, you're going to get a exclusive figure that is typically, it's not going to be offered really any other way to get her. This is the all white version of her. She does come with her staff, and she looks really good. She's got, kind of this translucent plastic wings here on the back. These will fold down, and then you can fold those back up. So I really like what they did here with her. Just a neat little addition to the castle. One neat thing they did on here is we do have little peg options kind of all over the inside of this castle. So with Sorceress here, we're able to put her on the elevator and peg one of her feet in. That way we don't have to worry about her falling over as we use the gimmick that comes with. Moving on, we have, now I actually don't know what this is. If you guys know exactly what this is called, let me know down in the comments. Looks like a battering ram almost to me. But it's got a boar's head on one end and then what looks like a fist on the other. It doesn't really connect to anything within the playset, and it just kind of swivels here on top of the stand. So looks really good. It's just molded plastic here. There's no paint anywhere on this. In fact, there's really no paint that I can see anywhere on this playset at all. It is stickers and molded plastic. All right, guys, so moving on in accessories here, they did provide us with two weapons racks. We have two versions. We have this version here, which it does have additional areas where you can kind of click in some weapons. So these two weapons here actually come with the playset. We got a gun and then kind of a pike with an axe on the end. So right here, you've got some little areas where you heard that you can just click your weapons into those weapons rack. It does not provide all the weapons for the weapons rack. So you have two additional slots here. And then on the smaller weapons rack here, these don't click in. These actually just lay on the shelving. So you do have an additional one here where you could add additional weapons to the rack if you so desired. Now, other than those three accessories that come with this playset, everything else has its place within the castle. It is basically just a click and play. You would click these into their positions and you're ready to go. Now, you do also have about 7 stickers that have to be applied to the playset. As far as where those stickers go, you have one here on your computer, you have 2 up here on the flag, one on each side of your flag. You have one here on the trap door, which looks like a kind of like a rug. You have one here on the back of the chair, and then you have one here on the flooring, which we'll take a closer look at. That kind of gives the impression that there's a dungeon with a lot of nasty critters locked inside. And then the final sticker is back here on the little unit behind He-Man here, right at the top of it. You just place a little sticker on there. Then you click everything into place. Now, there are some really cool gimmicks that go with our playset. So we'll start with probably one of the most popular ones. That's the elevator mechanism here, which we see Sorceress is on. You basically just pull the string here, and as you do, it raises Sorceress up to the 2nd level, just like so. So pretty neat little option. Now, if you wanted to lower her back down, you do, from what I can tell, you kind of have to, help it along just a little bit, and it will begin to lower her back down to the 1st level. Just like so. That's where the pegs, the pegs and the peg holes come into play, because obviously she would fall over if you didn't have that done. Now, you've got a really nice little ladder here. This doesn't necessarily peg in, but there are 2 holes here that those will just slide into, and then they just fall back into the top deck here of the playset. I've got our Trapjaw figure up there, as I had to get him in this video. He's one of my favorite characters. As I said before, we do have our flag here up top. There's really no gimmick with the flag. It's really just there for looks, but it looks nice. There is also an additional peg here if you wanted to stand someone up top. We've got our computer system here if you wanted to have someone standing here. Now, kind of interestingly enough, there are no pegs for anyone to be pegged into on this level right here. So I found that kind of interesting, because there's so much real estate. That would have been a great place to put, a peg or 2 on that level. So I'm a little disappointed that there's not one there. Now, on this side over here, we do have a peg here, which would be your peg to peg a He-Man or Skeletor there on this level of the flooring. We've also got our trap door mechanism here. Now, we're going to go ahead and use our trap door, and it's going to be ugly because He-Man's going to take a tumble. The way that works is you take the chair, and as you turn the chair, it is unlocking the trap door there down below. So we're going to go ahead and spin, spin, spin. And there goes our He-Man figure down the trap door. So just another cool mechanism. Now, to lock that back into place, you're just going to pull this back up. You're going to spin the chair back around, and that will lock your trap door back in place. All right, He-Man, you good, bud? You good? Let's get you back up. All right, He-Man says he's good. So he's back in place, and he doesn't learn quick. He went and stood right back on the trap door. Now, heading up to this level here, we've got one of our long-range guns. Looks like an anti-air gun to me. But it's up here. It is on a little bit of a swivel, so you can swivel that up and down there on top of the castle. It also has a peg here, so we can peg somebody up top, manning the gun. Another good option, another good place to locate a peg. And I don't know if I mentioned it before. If I didn't, I'm going to say it now. There is a peg as well right here beside the flag. So you do have that option. Another cool thing they've got here is they've got some of these kind of banners that you can hang from the 3rd floor here. These are just a really nice cloth banner, and you have options. So you can hang them from any of the 3, but it only comes with 2. Because you're typically going to have somebody standing here from a display standpoint, I went ahead and displayed mine here and there. But it's up to you how you want to do it. You can display the 2 pretty much between any of the 3 options that you have there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of our characters here, and we're going to show you how this closes up, and the gimmick as well with the main door of the castle. All right, guys, so we have all of our characters out of the castle here. We do have our ladder, which we're just going to place right here. Your elevator will have to be on the lowest level. It will not close if you have it right, up on the 2nd level here. And then basically you're just going to close Castle Grayskull. And there are some pegs. There's a peg at the bottom and a peg at the top. And what you actually have happen here is your 2nd levels actually kind of overlap. They were very thoughtful in the way they did that. They put them just out of reach of each other. These pegs at the top and at the bottom are going to peg together, and then you have some nifty little plastic hooks here that will just lock Castle Grayskull into place so that it will remain closed for you. So that's very nice. Now, I worry a little bit about these hooks. You know, they're not the most thick plastic in the world, so I could definitely see these stressing some over time, as they do lock very tight into place. So, you know, there is a lot of pressure put on those. You can see that just to hold that shut. So, you know, I don't know how that will hold up over time. Well, only time will tell, I guess. Now we're going to move this around so you guys can see the front of Castle Grayskull. There's a gimmick here with Castle Grayskull that I think is pretty cool. The front door here has a small opening, and it advertises in the directions that you can take the power sword and push it into the door, and when you do, that opens your draw door for you. So I thought that was really, really cool. Just a neat little addition to the playset to kind of utilize He-Man's sword along with Castle Grayskull. In order to close it back, you just push it up and it locks into place. So very cool addition there. Also, it's very neat. You can see your weapons up top. Your flag here is standing tall. If we spin this around to the back, you can see here we've got just a really nice paint wash over this. Lighter greens going down into kind of a darker green. You've got the browns here on the rooftops of the castle. It just looks really, really nice. I love what they did here with this. Obviously the front of it from a paint standpoint is very similar to the back. You've got lighter greens and darker greens. The doors is fully painted. It's brown, got real nice silver accenting on the metal bits. And then for the nose and the eyes, the iconic black paint that would typically be there. This would be a phenomenal piece for a talented customizer to come in and kind of do some paint details on these. I can't wait to see what some of those guys do on my Instagram page and taking this Castle Grayskull. You add a little bit of paint to this and you can really have something special. But overall, guys, I really love this playset, and I'm so thankful that Mattel was able to offer this to us, especially the guys that didn't have this as a kid. I never had Castle Grayskull as a kid. I can remember going over to friends' houses and being able to play with Castle Grayskull or Snake Mountain. So this is a fantastic time to be able to add this to my own personal collection. This guy was $74.99 in Walmart, so be on the lookout. They are dropping and hitting right now as we speak, so you want to get out and start hunting those. I'm not sure how readily available they're going to be. I did notice that the one I found, this seemed to be the only one that they received on that stocking truck. So good luck to everyone as you continue your hunt for Castle Grayskull. You can also go over to places like Big Bad Toy Store where there are pre-order options available. Head over to Big Bad Toy Store for all your toy needs, whether it's Hasbro, Mafex, Hot Toys, and all the other major brands. They've got it along with $4 flat rate shipping. Click the link in the description to see what BBTS can do to fill that need you have in your collection. Check that link in my description in order to go and do that. Just go click on the link, take you right over to Big Bad Toy Store, and you can get your pre-order in. But I think the pre-orders are scheduled maybe for like an August release. You might have to wait a little bit, but hey, at least you can ensure you can get one. So guys, that is it for my review of Castle Grayskull. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, hit that like button for me. It helps get these videos out there for other people to be able to see. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, consider subscribing. Would love to have you as part of the ManCave Collectibles team. And as always, drop those comments down below. What are your memories of Castle Grayskull? I love hearing a lot of nostalgic stuff when it comes to these types of toys. So let me know your memories. Did you have this as a kid? Were you able to play it at your house, or did you have to go to a friend's house like myself in order to get some Castle Grayskull time in? So just drop those comments down below. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.